Fun question. It made me think, which is a good thing. Our final question today is from Josh. He says this: do you have, or did you used to have, weight room rituals or superstitions that you would honor, even if deep down you knew they were nonsense? Like a baseball player not stepping over the foul line, or some people saying you should never step over a barbell. Well, in Phil Maffetone's original book, the one I first read and then loaned out like an idiot to somebody, he later edited, in the second edition, got rid of this, but he said you shouldn't get a haircut the week of competition, because he had noticed that when people get haircuts, they don't perform as well. And then he went on with a very smart little insight that if you compete so often, you don't have time to take a week off and get a haircut, maybe that's your problem. That to me is what superstitions are. So I had a superstition. I went down to a meet to a place I hate. And if you know me, you know the place and you know the school. And I pulled my hamstring that week quite badly. The back of my right calf was just black and blue from everything pooling down. And I was limping. And when I opened my bag up for the meet, I had one really high tube sock and one really low cruise sock. So I went, okay. And then I think I went, I don't have any of the pictures down here. They're in the gym, but I think I had the high sock on the left and the low sock on the right. And I went and I destroyed this school. I did really well in the shot, discus, and hammer, and really threw well in the discus. Really, really far. That was a great meet. So what did I do for the rest of the season, right? I had one high sock, one low sock. When the season ended, I just said, that was stupid and it doesn't exist. So for me, I don't mind superstitions, but one of the things I'd recommend you do is at the end of the year, I have journal entries. I have all my journals right over there. At the end of the year, was it my freshman or sophomore year in college? I had a meet where I wore, uniform pants, at track meets, you can compete you can wear shorts or you can wear, your pants. And we didn't have sweatpants. We used to, they were very nice looking athletic pants. I don't even know what you call them. But I went to a meet and I had them on because it was cold and I threw a personal record. So for the whole season, I wore pants. At the end of the season, I made a little note that said, let's knock off this, have to wear pants thing, okay? I think actually it does help to have some weird little superstitions. That clap and wipe the hands is something a friend of mine does. I pick up a trick. You'll see me at weightlifting meets. When I step on the platform in a weightlifting meet, I always check to make sure the bar is loaded evenly. I don't care, by the way, if the bar is the right weight or not. I've lifted in meets where the difference has been up to 5 kilo difference one side versus the other. And it hurts when you dive under the bar when you do that, because the timing's off, everything swings. But as I'm checking, I hold my thumb and ring finger together, and my brain is saying my inner mind and body are one. This is one of the few superstitions I can't get rid of. I've been doing this since 1980, and I get the sense it's going to be around a while. I think there's value in some superstitions because it gets you, let's go. Whatever that is. You'll go to competitions and you'll hear people go, let's go, let's do this. And they're talking to themselves. And that, to me, that's fine. If it's that kind of thing, it's fine. I don't know why people do. Baseball has a million superstitions because, including not lifting weights appropriately. I can see why we do it because it's fun. There's that funny one about when someone's throwing a no-hitter, you're not supposed to mention it. And it's even in How I Met Your Mother. It's called The Perfect Week or something like that. You should never mention a streak or, I'm fine with jinxes. I'm fine with all that stuff because I get it. That's part of human nature. I think the fact that we humans we know there is a future coming. We think we can impact it by, little rituals and little things. I think that's just fine. The only thing I would say, and Josh, just to finish up here, make sure when you're done with the season to kind of just, clean that off and try to get a new one. Otherwise, 43 years later, you'll still be doing the same one, okay? That was a good question. That was fun.